Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another video. It's your fellow brown guy and we are reacting to yet another video from Fluffy. I had reacted to one video of Fluffy. I haven't seen a lot of Fluffy, but the last one that I reacted to was so fucking good. One of the most talented comedians that I've seen. One of the main reasons was because in that single video, he was making a lot of sound effects with his mouth. His voice change, his accent, his improvisation, everything was really good. And I quite enjoyed that one. And I did not know there was a video like this, especially regarding India from Fluffy. If I had known, I would have checked it out way earlier, and now I just saw it on my YouTube recommendations, and why not? India versus Saudi Arabia by Gabriel. Next word is a little bit difficult. Iglesias. I really don't want to mess up his name, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. India versus Saudi Arabia. I hope India wins. Yeah, go India.
An amazing sense of humor. They were laughing and carrying on, and I had no idea they were gonna be like that. And then after the show, I got a chance to meet some of the locals. And one guy was almost in tears. He was so emotional. He walks up to me and he's just like...
Who is he talking about? Is he talking about Indians or...
The Saudis had such...
Saudis.
Okay. I cannot believe that I am standing here in front of you, Mr. Fluffy. Oh, well,
really?
Thank you. Please, when you return to United States or wherever you travel, let the people know what you saw, okay? Let them know that we are not all bad, that we are not all those bad people from Fox News, okay? You let them know, because we see Fox News, and Fox News believes that everybody in Middle East is bad.
Oh boy, this has got so much relevance now after the election. Okay, I'm not going to talk about it.
Everybody has a bomb. He has a bomb. He has a bomb. He
Wow.
has a bomb. Oprah
Oh my
is here
God,
giving
wow.
away bombs to everybody. Everybody.
We should do this again. So at this point of recording this video, Trump is in office and he has made a lot of executive decisions. You know, the world is not ready for most of those decisions. I don't know what Trump is going with this. You know, America is very curious on what his next decisions are gonna be. Let's see, man. Let's
Please,
see.
you let them know. We are not all bad people, okay? We are not all terrorists. My cousin. Maybe. What? I'm kidding. Look at your face. Oh, I'm going to die. Look at you. A plane. What plane? I got you again. 2 for 2, I got you. He is raising my blood pressure every 7 seconds. And then he starts breaking it down for me how stand-up comedy is starting to bring people together in the Middle East. And how he's starting to,
Really?
you know, he's doing comedy. It was crazy, the conversation. You know, here in Saudi Arabia, people, they like watching the stand-up comedy because we love to laugh, okay? We love to laugh. It's great to laugh.
Everybody
And,
loves to laugh.
People don't think that people in Middle East have sense of humor. They see videos, they see TV, they think we are the same. They say, oh, Middle Eastern people are all angry. Look at their face, they're angry. Everybody mad, everybody angry.
Actually, yeah, because you know, I used to see WWE championships which was hosted in Saudi Arabia, I think, and the audience response that I saw from Middle East was kind of bad. But I think it has significantly improved in the recent years. They have WWE had still hosted like some of their events in Saudi Arabia, and at that currently like the situation is better. It feels like more people are being engaged into this event. So yes,
Friend, we're not angry.
I
It's
get
hot.
where this idea is coming from.
Okay, it's 117 degrees.
Yeah.
Everybody
I
is
understand
not bad,
they
they're hot.
could
Look
be
at everybody
portrayed
has a
as
hot
serious
face. Hot face. Everybody hot face. I promise. You give me air conditioning. I am so happy.
It's hot.
We are okay.
I mean,
We love to
India
laugh.
also is really
I've
hot,
been doing the stand-up comedy for about 6 months now, and
Tropical country.
I have jokes. Good for you. May I try? Oh, great. All right, man. Go
ahead, man.
Okay, very nervous. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Habibi.
2 Jews
Oh no,
walk
don't.
into a bar.
Don't. Not right now. This is not the best time. God, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna get cancelled.
Not in my country.
Oh God.
Oh, man, you're gonna get my ass arrested, bro.
Okay.
Martin and I just got back from India.
Oh God. I wanna talk about it.
Yeah. So let me tell you.
Oh, is it just a combination of those clips. Okay, I have seen this part.
Facebook and Twitter that we were going to go out there to do these shows. And then people started sending me
Should I skip it,
messages
or-
questioning what I was going to do. First of all, are they going to understand you? Understand English okay? Will they be
This
able to
joke
follow
is still
along
getting
with your
to me, man.
stories? Once we got there, I come to find out that more people speak English in India than in all of the US and Canada put together. Might as well throw Mexico in there for extra credit. Out of all the countries I performed in, my favorite country outside of home is Australia. And I'll tell you why. Australia, much like us in America, has its list of priorities. You know what's
Right.
not on their list? Political correctness. They do not care
Really?
about your feelings. It's like a country
Oh
full
yeah,
of
just
days.
like they took our World Cup.
Believe it or not, it's very
So
refreshing
the World Cup
to
finals
be around
this year
such a
was
large group
the
of
last World Cup
people who
finals in
speak
cricket
their
was
minds.
against India and Australia, and Australia won that match, and they kind of killed the feelings. India had won all the matches except for the last match against Australia where they lost it. Yeah, man, that broke all of.
And they're pretty. My tour manager always knows how to talk to me no matter what condition I'm in. If I'm drunk, he knows better than to talk
It's a
to me
nice
like I'm an
tour
adult.
manager.
He talks to me like I'm 2. He looks at me and he says, "Hey, buddy, you hungry?" Well, listen, if we don't leave right
Yeah, if my mom talks to me like that, I'm gonna do anything.
now, they're going to close McDonald's and you're going to have to eat at the airport.
Oh no!
I gotta go. Oh, Mom, you gotta go, no worries. And he goes to shake my hand. And when he shook my hand, he put his personal pocket knife that he made in my hand as
wow.
a gift. That's for you, Mike. Thanks for being nice. Thank
Mike.
you. Thank you. I'm gonna cut cheeseburgers with this.
Alright, this is not exactly what I expected from this video. So, you kind of know, right? I don't plan these videos. So, I was expecting to react to a difference between India and Saudi Arabia, but what I got up was a little bit of Australia and Saudi Arabia. So, let's give a perspective, Indian perspective about what I have seen right now about Saudi Arabia and Australia. I personally think Saudi Arabia is a pretty good country. It's a pretty nice country. There are a lot of restrictions, religious restrictions, of course, and I'm not a fan of any of these because I personally am not much of a religious person. I don't think any kind of religious restrictions should be there for it. It shouldn't affect other people. I think religion is good for a lot of people. It makes sense for a lot of people. It can give you a kind of therapy. It can give you a sense of community. Religion has a lot of stories, and stories can be a good way of telling people about morality and pass it on. Science cannot do that really well, and religion does it really. Religion gives you hope. It does a lot of good things, but when it hurts other people, when it affects other people, their freedom of choice and all, then it's a problem. It's a really big problem. Not just with Islam, every single religion has its own problem, right? In my religion too, I'm born into a Hindu family, so yes, it's a pretty good religion. There's a lot of good mythology and all, but problems with my religion too, as there's in every single religion. And Saudi Arabia has a lot of these issues, like a lot of restrictions with regard to gender equality and all, but I think Saudi Arabia is doing pretty well in that regard because they're going forward. They're taking really good steps. Well-developed country, so to eradicate a lot of these issues. I think women couldn't drive some time back, and now they can try. I think they're taking a lot of good steps towards the right idea, I guess, which is nice, which is really nice. And there's like a lot of tension going on between Saudi Arabia and a lot of other countries, including America, because ever since the Trump administration came in, I'm not quite sure what the deals are gonna be. Saudi Arabia, after the US giving their support to Israel in the Israel-Hamas war, Saudi Arabia was not exactly keen on helping America. I think they cut down the oil supplies and all, and Trump had to look for like more energy resources, and some of his executive orders are actually to accommodate that. Now that Saudi Arabia is not providing that much fuel to America, there are going to be two problems. One, Saudi Arabia is going to lose a buyer, and America is going to lose a seller, which is clearly going to cause some issues, if not in the short term, definitely in the long term. And the wars, a lot of these upcoming wars would probably be based on fuel. I really hope this is not gonna be the starting point of that. So yes, I think Saudi Arabia, yeah, it's a nice country compared to a lot of other like Islam, Muslim majority countries like Yemen or I don't know, Afghanistan or something. I think Saudi Arabia is like a much more progressive country. It's a nice place to be, right? And people are also nice. I think a lot of people are portrayed as like serious, but I think Saudi Arabian people are pretty nice. They have a lot of rules to be followed, like even when you are at the airport and like you probably have to cover yourself with for female, they have to cover themselves. I think maybe in time these things will also change. I hope it changes like in some time, but if they want to do it, if it's their choice, if they want to do it, yes, go ahead and do it. From the external point of view, a lot of people tend to like generalize the idea of like connecting religion with these terrorist activities and all. They're like good people and bad people irrespective of the religion. And a lot of media, what they have done in the past is to like portray countries as just by their religion or like. And yeah, I think he did a pretty good impression of people of Saudi Arabia. Fluffy. Australia, man, oh boy, I'm not quite sure about how to talk about that. I have mixed feelings about Australia because Australia has a lot of resources, a lot of place to expand to compared to the area and population. So there's like way less population for like the kind of area that they have, and a lot of Indians have been going there. And as for like a lot of other people, a lot of migration towards Australia has been seen because in countries like Canada and all, the saturation, they have reached like a certain saturation point for accepting immigration from like countries like India. So the jobs and all, it's starting to have a shortage or like these kind of things. USA, after Trump's executive orders, a lot of people are gonna have a bad time with immigration. But Australia, man, it's still a place where you have hope. Like it's a good place for migration because they have a lot to expand on. And yes, a lot of people that I know from India who have been to Australia have faced racism. This might not necessarily because like the problem is with the Australians. It could be because of the Indians themselves, because a lot of Indians, when they go to other countries, some people tend to like not change according to where they're staying. Like when you go to a different place, we have to adapt to their traditions and their customs, and a lot of Indian people don't tend to do that. Because of them, they kind of get the attack from those people, not physical attack, they kind of end up in arguments and those kind of things, which the problem is probably with Indians on that scenario. But I have seen the other side as well. Okay, like harmless, meek Indians getting racism jokes by Australians. Yes, that has also been there, and I believe that is still there. I know people who have been to Australia have told me this. They've been the people who got bullied and all just because of their race and all. I hope it gets better with time. And Australians are kind of specific. They got a nice voice. The average male height is pretty high. I know I am. And they stole our World Cup. It was supposed to be India's World Cup. We were fighting the finals on our home ground, and you took it. So yeah, I obviously have a grudge. This is not what I expected from this video, but I quite enjoyed it. It was fluffy. Let me know if there's any specific video of Fluffy that you want me to react to, and if you do like these kind of reactions. And if you're watching till this point, it means you're a real one. You're an OG. I want to express my blessed gratitude from the bottom of my heart to you for watching this channel and helping me get more views. I'll pay it back. I'll put value into my content. If you keep doing this for me, every single money I make, I'm gonna make sure it is gonna go into making better content all the time that I have. If you do like these kind of reactions, hit the thumbs up button, let YouTube know you like what you're watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Good night. Goodbye.